Welcome to the Business Behind the Scene podcast with Francesca Moi, where we talk all about real business problems, real solutions, and getting actual results in your business. Hello, and welcome to this bonus episode. Today we're sharing with you guys an amazing interview that I've done with one of my top clients that turned a business from 60,000 to 200,000 by having an amazing virtual assistant and put the systems that we teach inside of the Sold Out Academy in place. I was mind blown by the stories and the challenges that Elisa had and the risks that she took that a lot of business owners are not willing to take. And it was very inspiring. We got so many comments, we got so much engagement, and so many people saying, I love this, I resonate, please do more. So here we go. I really think that you guys are going to love this. Today we have an amazing guest. We're bringing for you guests and people that have been in business, are super successful in business, that follow our strategy to get the business to the next level, and they're coming here to share with you what they've learned, what the ups and downs, what are the truth behind the scene, right? The few things that people don't see, things that people don't ever talk about. This is what we're going to talk about today. So what we're going to talk about today is with Elisa James, and we're going to talk about how she went from $60,000 to $200,000 in her business. Now, Elisa is an amazing voice coach. She also helps me, and I'm a very bad student. I listen and I get sorted, and then I stop following the strategy, and then I lose my voice again. So definitely I'm going to be a student of Elisa. I'm going to sign up with her because I definitely need it. So it's going to be great for us to get some tips on how to be the best speakers that we can be. And so everybody help me welcome Elisa James.
Hello, nice to be here. Thank you so much for that beautiful introduction.
Hi,
that was gorgeous.
Elisa. I was actually nervous about oh my gosh, she's going to listen to my voice and I'm going to be she's going to be like, she's not speaking right.
Using your abdominals as you project, Miss FM.
I know. I've got that conscious in my mind. So everybody, as you're watching this, I would love you to say, me too. If you'd like to get your business from 60,000 to 200,000 and you are here today. Elisa, take it away. Introduce yourself, your business. You've been in business for a long time. Tell us all about it.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It doesn't feel like a long time. I know that's the weirdest thing to say, but it's probably been seriously about 4 years in this model. So that's not a long time. But you could look at it this way, because I've been an entertainer and a performer for many years of my life. I've worked for myself all my life, ever since I was 14, 15 years old and I was straight out of school. But here's the thing, I didn't think of myself as a business owner ever until I joined the academy. Ever.
Wow.
Because, I lived my entire life from gig to gig to gig. That's all you do as an entertainer. You don't really have business acumen. We didn't go to university and learn how to promote ourselves or run a business or do our books or do social media. There was no social media when I started this business. There was nothing. There was literally nothing. I didn't even have a computer until I was 30 years old. So if you are over 50 like me and you're having that excuse that says, oh, I don't have any tech skills and so therefore I can't do it, blah, blah, blah. It's not an excuse anymore, because if we want to stay with the times, if we want to talk to our children on the same page, if we want to talk to our grandchildren on the same page, we have to get a little bit tech savvy. So this was probably the only thing that got me kicking and screaming over the line, was I had to learn tech. That was the hardest thing for me. The rest of it, was mindset and taking a calculated risk.
Wow.
Now, I'm used to taking risks in my business because I've been living on the edge as an entertainer all my life. So, you'd think maybe it wasn't hard, but it was, because it was very, very different. It's very easy to get out on stage, sing a couple of songs, get paid a nice amount of money, and then go home, and then that's it. Never have to do a thing. Everything else is done for you. Now in business, you have to put a different set of hats on. Suddenly I have to wear 10 hats instead of one hat. And that was quite tricky to learn, but I did it.
Oh my goodness. Yes, you did. So if everybody watching, what do you do? Tell us about your business at the moment.
Yeah, look, absolutely. Look, I started out as a singer, an actor, and a speaker. That's what I did for a very long time, and I absolutely loved it. But when I retired from the entertainment industry and came back to Australia in about 2014, I realized that I probably couldn't have the same career in Australia that I did in America and Europe. So I had to make a very big decision on whether I was going to try to do that again and recreate myself at 50 plus, or whether I was going to do something else. So I decided that I would use all my wisdom and my experience and my coaching experience to go into a coaching business full time, and then just do some entertainment stuff on the side more for fun, which was great. So it was a bit of a mind shift. So then I started my business, and I ran in circles for a long time until I figured out a strategy where, I was basically barking up the wrong tree. I didn't know anything about ideal client. I was just teaching singers and actors because that's what I knew. But then people would come to me and ask me for help around their voice and their presentation skills for stage, for boardroom, for podcast, for camera. And I was thinking, well, hang on, I can't just say, no, I don't know anything about these things. I've been doing this for 35 years. Yes, in a slightly different way, but it's the same skill. So then I shifted my business to teaching only corporates and professionals. And then everything went and started to take off. Now, the biggest shift in my business, teaching public speaking skills and on-camera confidence, came at the beginning of COVID, when I was just about to hire my very first VA, and I was in limited and limitation mindset. And I went, ooh, half of my clients had just suddenly disappeared. I was just starting a coaching business. I just started with the academy. All this stuff was going on. It was very different. And then I had to make a massive decision whether I was going to give up and go, I'll go back to singing, or I'll go back to singing teaching. It's easier, right? Wow. Or this poor girl that I took on and had said yes to, that week, I had to say to her, either A, you have a job, or B, you don't. So I said to her, okay, if we're going to make this work, I'm going to hire you full time. I didn't have any money at that time.
I love this.
I'm going to hire you full time, and we're going to turn this around together. We're going to make it work. And if it works and we can do this, then you will have a job for as long as you want. And we will be a team for a very long time. That was 3 years ago.
Wow.
That was 3 years ago, where I went from pretty much broke and had no idea, I was on that crossroads, to an explosion for the next 2 years. And then I took on another 2 people.
Yeah, that's great, great, great story. If you guys are resonating, just say resonate in the chat. I want to see how many of you guys are resonating with that moment in time. Then you go, I'm either going to give up, or I'm going to go all in. And I would love to sit on there for a second, because a lot of people don't get that. They think that they look at us, they look at successful people, and they're like, it's easy for them.
Oh, no.
No, we made a decision. So can you tell me why you decided that instead of give up?
Because I've been in this situation before, not this exact situation, but I've been in the situation years ago where my anxiety was so out of control, and I was having panic attacks and all sorts of stuff, that I was this close to giving up. And it was almost life-threatening. It was that bad, right? So I got to that point at 35 years ago or so, 30 years ago, when I was in Europe and I had a record deal, and I just stopped believing in myself, and all these things happened. I decided, instead of ending everything, I decided to know, I want to get this fixed and I want to move forward. That decision changed the rest of my life. So I know when you take a risk and when you go all in and you trust yourself, you say yes to yourself, you believe in yourself, amazing things can happen. And that happened to me.
And can I stop you there for 1 second? We say you trust yourself, but there is also that voice that says, no, it's not going to happen. Right? You still have that voice, because this is what I feel that people don't understand deeply. They go like, oh, that person trusts themselves. The person believes themselves. They're a unicorn. I don't have that. I had both the voice that goes like, it's never going to happen. You're crazy. Why are you taking the risk? And then the little part of me that still believes in me. And so I lean into that. Is that what you're talking about?
Absolutely, absolutely. And then you know what? I have a little process, and I do this with all my students. It's like a victory log. It's a very simple process. Sometimes when you stop believing in yourself, you have to say, "Hey, hang on, let's go, Katie Byron here, Byron Katie here."
Ah, same, but different.
Dyslexic brain. And I thought, is this true? Is it true? Am I useless? Am I a crap business owner? Do I not know what I'm doing? I mean, is that true? Well, no, it's not true. It's not entirely true at all. So then I had to write down, okay, if I've moved to a different country with zero in my bank account and an 8-year-old in tow, I've lived in different countries in the world. I've had to learn different languages. I've come back from death many times. I've been hit by a car twice. I mean, it's amazing that I'm alive. So why on earth wouldn't I say, hang on, I want to grab this life by the balls and I want to make the most out of it. I do. Why do you want to go to your deathbed and have regrets? Oh my God, there's nothing worse in life than having regrets. It's ridiculous.
I absolutely love that, Elisa. Thank you so much for sharing that. So listen, this is something that, like you said something here, right? I got my virtual assistant, and the moment I got my virtual assistant, then shit hit the fan, right? Let's just talk about it. And so then you had a choice. You could either go, all right, I'm going to go all in and make this work, and then I'll hire her again. I'm going to let her go for now because it's too risky. Or you could have gone, I get a part-time. Or you could have gone, I get it 2 hours a day for now until I got enough business. Why did you choose full-time? Because this is what I say in my agency, right? I say, you want to hire a virtual assistant from us? You got to go full-time. You don't want to tiptoe. You want to think about money. You just want to go all in, right? So tell me why.
Because I needed a massive change. And here's the thing that I've learned. If you don't take massive action, you don't get massive change. It's as simple as that. Exactly.
Drop the mic.
It's literally, that's what it was. I thought, you know what? If I go Harvey's and I go careful, you know what? I lived too much of my life going careful. I remember picking out of one of those little fortune cookies when I was about 14 years old. And I loved those fortune cookies back then. And I broke it open, and this little thing, it was this big, and it said, miss opportunities through being too cautious. And I thought, oh, that's me. And I kept that little fortune cookie sticker in my wallet for about 20 years.
Oh,
and
it reminded me. Everywhere.
Oh, because, I was living my life with cautiousness. Like I was missing opportunities. And I thought, you know what, if I go dip my toe in, I'm not going to really give it gung-ho full on. I'm not going to, and I'm not going to serve my beautiful new VA who was really ready to serve. And so we just went bam, full in, both of us committed. And it was great because we had a team all of a sudden instead of me trying to do everything by myself. I'm not used to doing things by myself. I'm used to being on stage with other people and, having fun. The stuff by myself is not fun. So now suddenly I had a teammate who could, be with me every step of the way and celebrate all of my wins. And she had my back every step of the way.
But now, that's because you had her back. Sorry, we're both very excited here. Yeah. Because you had her back first. You said, I am going to back you. I'm going to get you full time, even though I can't really do it right now, but I'm going to figure it out.
Yep. Yeah,
I absolutely love that. Everybody watching this, how many of you are missing out on opportunities? If you are, say opportunity lost. I want to see how many of you are really now understanding that every time you don't take that risk, every time you don't back yourself, every time you don't have that, take that leap of faith, you are missing an opportunity of meeting the greatest part of yourself. Because I would like to get there, Elisa. So the moment that you decided, yes, I'm going to hire someone, I'm going to go full out, was it harder? I guess at times, but then did you find that you're actually a good leader? What happened there? I want to know.
No, I thought I was a terrible leader at first.
I love it.
I'm an honest person. I beat myself up a lot. I thought I'm not organized. I don't know where anything is. It was embarrassing because I don't have the skills that she had. But this is the magical thing about what you did, FM, is you paired me with somebody that was so perfect for me and my business that she is like my little superhero over here. And, I'm the kryptonite. because she was so good. Everything that I was really crap at, she was really great at. And then it was like, oh my God, why have I been beating myself up all these years trying to be something I'm not when I can't do all that sort of stuff? I remember this conversation in real estate years ago, and somebody said the mentor at the beginning of the room said, at the front of the room said, why on earth would you strengthen your weaknesses when you can get somebody else to do it and you just work on your strengths? And I thought, oh, I've never thought of that before. Here am I beating myself up for not being organized and not knowing where to put things and not knowing techie sort of stuff. But you know what? I've learned a lot over the time. And ICE has actually taught me a lot, because now, because she's so organized, it's made me a little bit more organized, because I don't want to let her down. I want to be a good boss. I didn't want to be a crap boss. It was embarrassing and humiliating to me. I wanted to step up so I could actually serve her and be a much better business for her. And that gives her security. It helps her pay her bills. It helps her support her family. It's like, oh my God, what a gift that what I do with my voice and my message can serve a greater purpose. It's not just for me, it's for her and her family and my clients and what they can then do. If you don't step up to the next level, you're not going to be able to serve more people. You're here for a reason. Everybody is. Your voice matters. So that's why I stepped up.
I absolutely love that. If you guys are loving this, give us some heart, put some love hearts in the comments. Show us how much you're loving this, because I am like, oh my gosh, you're just speaking to my heart, because it's so true. There is so much more when you hire someone, the person that we have to become to be able to hold that space for a team member, the things that we need to learn about ourselves, the thing that we're gonna see that we don't like about ourselves. And I remember, Elisa, the feeling naked. I felt, holy guacamole, people are now gonna see the things that nobody knows about me. Like, I'm disorganized, my emails are a mess, I can't find any files. Like, when I first hired someone, it was a complete disaster and I was embarrassed. I remember that feeling, embarrassed. And I can see that a lot of people hire a VA, but they keep them far away because they don't want them to see the real thing that happened behind the scene. But if you don't, they're never gonna be able to help you.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Oh my gosh, I absolutely am in love with what we're talking about today. So let's fast forward that a little bit. So now you got a virtual assistant, you took that risk, it was really scary, there would have been ups and downs. And then what's happening now in your business?
You know what? I was just thinking about this year, because I put a big sign on my computer, take it easy this year. I was given a very strong message spiritually at the beginning of the year that to sort of calm down a little bit. And I'm glad that I did that, because a lot of other things have come up in my life where I needed to actually step back a little bit, which is, so it's been a bit of a gift. But I couldn't have done that if I didn't have my full-time help. I could never have done that. I would be struggling right now and have no income. That's where I would be, because of a family situation that I'm in right now. But because I do have beautiful full-time staff and part-time staff all helping me, we've got systems. I'm using the tech that I kicked and screamed in the first BMI and said, I don't want to learn Airtable. I don't want to learn Asana. So it's another tech platform. I don't want to learn it. Don't make me. But you know what? I did. And it's not too bad when you actually dig in and friggin' do it and get the work done. It's not so bad. So yes, I know all the basics of how to use all those platforms, but now we have a system, thanks to my staff. We have a beautiful system in place and everything runs really smoothly. Yes, we have little hiccups along the way, but we've got our events, we've got our lives, we've got our videos, we've got our coaching, we've got our programs. Everything just runs. So now I can actually have a lunch break. It's like, what? I can actually have a lunch break. I can actually get up a little bit later and go and do meditation and exercise. So I hired a PT. You know, I have so much more freedom in my life because I'm not stressed and locked to my computer 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. And that's what it was. It was literally 12 or more hours a day, 7 days a week. And I was exhausted. I was absolutely in the end of my tether. I was just running things the wrong way. I didn't have anyone to help me and I was doing everything alone. It's not the way to be successful.
No. And I love that you share that, because you said at the beginning that you were not tech savvy. And by going through the Sold Out Academy, we taught you all the systems that we use,
Yeah.
which I know that you don't use all of them, and that it's okay because you use what you're ready for. And there
Yeah.
is more things that I'm pushing you to use, like Slack. I know. And when you're ready, I know that you will use it and you go, what? Why did I not use this before? It's amazing. And it's just a matter. And this is what I say to people that say to me, I'm not tech savvy. I said, that's the only reason why, is because you never use it. You never sit down and actually go through and wonder, how can I use this? The more you use it. I remember this thing, I'm going to share this quickly. When I used to hire my team, I used to be everything on Messenger. And so I would just message them on Messenger, give them tasks on Messenger. That was easy for me. That was quick for me. I didn't want to deal with anything else. And then one of my team said, we should use Slack. And I'm like, no, I don't want to use Slack. I was so adamant that I'm like, not another platform. Like, we already have so many platforms. I'm not going to be able to handle that. And they said, can we just try it for a month? And this is what I say to people. If you don't like something, try it for a month consistently. And if you still hate it, then ditch it and go back to your back. What's to lose, right?
Yeah.
And oh my goodness, I hated it for the first week, like with a passion. I got so frustrated, but I said to my team, if we're using it, you're not allowed to reply to me in Messenger. You're not allowed to take any action on Messenger, because I will go back to that when I'm in rush.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And that's what happened. We used it. Second week, I had so many ideas on how to improve the systems around it. I'm like, okay, if we're using Slack, we're going to do it different. We're going to have all these channels. We're going to have this. We're going to have that. This person. And that's when, boom, magic happened. And now I could not live without Slack. I can manage 15 people of my team without jumping on a call, everything done in Slack.
Wow.
Yeah, it's incredible. So if people are listening to that, you've been through that with different platforms, right? You had to struggle to then get used to the system, to get used to the actual platform. So was it hard?
Yeah, well, look, yes and no, you're right. When you commit to something, if you fully commit, you can figure it out. It's only when we don't commit 100% that our heart's not in it, and the why is not big enough. If the why is big enough for anything, you're going to get something done. With me, I wanted to be a good team leader. I wanted to be a better CEO. That was something that I wanted to learn. And as I said, I went kicking and screaming into that, because I had the opportunity to do this many, many years ago when I was living in America. And I said no every time. It's like, I don't want to be a business owner. Why do I want to be a business owner? That's just all too hard. I just want to, sing, turn up, get paid, go home. That's it. That's all I wanted to do. But now that I've made that decision, I know that I have to do these things because I want to improve and be a better boss every year. I don't want to stagnate. I want to become better and better and better. And that way that I will get the right people around me to support the team as well. And we'll be more efficient, which means we're going to make more money over time. Because efficiency is the key.
Absolutely. It is, right? Systems and passion plus system equal efficiency. And we're going to be able to then get the business moving. And so if you were to explain to someone, right, would you have done this without your virtual assistant? Because my opinion is this, right? I don't know how to do the ins and outs of every platform. I know what a platform can do, but then I've got my stuff that does it. Like I don't know how to change things in the back end. I don't want to learn that. That does my head in just to think about it. Are you the same?
Yeah. Yes. But I found that it was very useful to actually learn the platform by myself first a little bit. So I could get an overview of, okay, this is where everything is. This is how things work. This is how to log in.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah. You've got to know the basics, but you're right. If I'm doing something very complicated with email marketing or something like that with my CRM, there's no way that I'm going to be doing everything. I would rather stick to what I'm good at, which is making the content and contacting my clientele, my audience, creating more courses and things. And if I have to do certain tags or certain things off or make it look nice, why would I waste my time when I'm paying people to do that, who do it faster, more efficiently, and know the system better than I do? But at least I understand what they're doing. I know how to do it. If I had to, I could absolutely do it, but it's not a good use of my time. It's just not.
Absolutely. And that is exactly the key of be able to be in a leader. You need to know which platform does what. And so that you can lead, you can come up with ideas, you can direct your
Yeah.
team. But then eventually, like my business now is so complicated that I don't really like, if I had to work it out, probably in a whole day, it will make, I will take a whole day for me to work out how to do something,
Yeah.
but I will do it. But
Yeah.
why would I do that when I can just like, but I've got to understand the back end. And this is what a lot of people don't do. It's like a hot potato. Oh, you're going to here to save me. Here, just take it. I don't want to know about it. And that is not the way to be a boss, because you can never support your team in case they've got problem, they've got mistakes, they don't know how to do something. Like, we need to be aware. Hey, what problem did you have? Oh, that's interesting. I saw the other day there was something on the right hand side. Can you not click on that? What happened? Like, you can guide them, right?
Oh, look, absolutely. And I think this is why a lot of performers of my era went bust and broke and died broke, because they didn't know any of this back end stuff. They didn't know how their career was running. They didn't know how to do their books. They didn't know how to do the promotion. So they put all the trust in another person, a management company or a promoter or whatever, completely absolve themselves of all responsibility of that part of their life. And then guess what? They wake up 20 years later and all their money is gone and they're completely broke. You know, we can't do that to ourselves. We are responsible for the state of our lives. We are responsible for the state of our bank account. We are responsible for the state of our mindset. All of this we have to take responsibility on. And if you want to be a successful person across, you know, any type of industry, you have to take 100% responsibility for that. All you have to look is at your life, at your car, at your desk. And that will be a pure reflection of what's going on in your mind. And if there's a mess and a nightmare and chaos everywhere, it's time to change.
Yeah. Have a look inside of your bag, inside of your wallet. All the
My wallet is
receipts.
very well organized now.
I know yours. I know yours is, right, but mine wasn't. When I first started the business,
no.
I was a complete mess everywhere, and that's how my brain was. Right, I was scattered everywhere.
Me too.
And I had to learn. That was one of the first things. Amazing. So, Elisa, people are watching and they might want to, understand more what you do and how you can help them, right? A lot of people here are speakers and coaches. How important it is how we speak and how we project.
Yeah, look, absolutely. The biggest thing that a lot of my clients struggle with, and this is why they come into the first group class called the Voice of Confidence Public Speaker Training, it's because they have a lot of anxiety around speaking. When you have anxiety or nervous tension in the body, it usually can be from something that's happened in the past. And what happens over time is that habitually becomes a particular way of speaking, of presenting, of being in the world. Now, people who are stuck, they will have a weak voice. They'll have a wobbly voice. People won't listen to them. They can't add inflections or different tonality into the way that they speak. They speak pretty monotone and flat. Now, when people speak in that particular way, nobody's going to listen. This is the problem. It could be a voice issue because it's manifesting as a voice issue that you want to get fixed, or it could be a mindset issue that's manifesting as a voice pattern. Now, both ways will affect the way that we speak. Some people have been so bad, FM, because of what's happened in their past as a trauma, that they've now got thyroid issues, as well as jaw tension and throat tension and tongue tension, and then they lose their voice because they try too hard. They're trying too hard all the time. Or they've got such a bad way of vocalizing or using their instrument for singing, speaking, or acting that they're using it in an abusive way because of their psychology. And that comes out as a really bad habitual response. So I do all the aesthetically pleasing side of voice, like helping you sound more attractive when you speak. So if you love your voice, guess what? Your audience is going to love your voice too. If you hate your voice, you're going to avoid the camera and you're going to avoid the microphone at all costs. There's no reason for you to hate your voice. The only reason you hate it is because you know intellectually, unconsciously, that something is off. Something is going wrong.
I love this. I'm gonna tell you a little secret. Nobody's here, right? Nobody's gonna listen to this. I love my voice in English. I hate my voice in Italian.
Oh, how interesting.
Aha. So that's the little thing that we are going to work on together, because I am going to hire this
Ah.
amazing woman because he is incredible. So, so I am resonating with that. So if someone wants to work with, I know I'm conscious about time. If someone wants to work with you, where do they find you? How can they work with you? Because obviously all of us here in this group, 11,000 people, need Elisa, right?
Absolutely. Look, it doesn't matter whether you're a beginner speaker or an advanced speaker like FM, lots of people need lots of help. If you're an advanced speaker, then on-camera coaching and YouTube training is probably the best way to grow your business for me, using your voice and your message. If you're anxious, then a group class is best. So the best way to connect with me is go to elisajames.com. ELISAJAMES.com, and then book a consult, and we'll figure out which pathway is the best pathway for you.
Oh my goodness, I love that. Thank you so much, Elisa. I really appreciate it. And if someone has been watching me for a while and they're wondering about the Soul Out Academy, or they're wondering about hiring a virtual assistant from us, what would you say to those people?
Oh my God, go and do it. Because if you've got no business acumen and no business training like I did, then you have to learn. You have to learn social media strategies, business strategies, all the platforms, all of that. It's just really opened my eyes. I'm a very, very different person to who I was 4 years ago.
Absolutely. And regarding a virtual assistant, should they wait until everything is perfect?
No, oh my God, that's like asking anything in life, I'll be happy when. No, you won't be. You decide to be happy now. And if you want to be successful, then hire a VA now, even before you think you're ready, because you can't move forward fast without any help. You just can't. When you have a team player with you, supporting you, cheering you on, you will move forward much quicker. And that means that you'll earn more money and be more successful faster. So yes, it's a no-brainer. Hire a VA.
I love this. Everybody give it up for Elisa. Go and follow her. Do you have a Facebook group that people can join?
Yes. Find Your Voice, Aspiring Speakers Club.
Go and join that group. If your VA can put the links of that on your website in the comments, that would be fantastic. Thank you so much for your time, for coming along. Really appreciate you. Elisa is also one of the trainers inside of the Sold Out Academy. She's doing an incredible job. Everybody is loving her support in there as well. So if you guys want more help, we are here for you to get your business to the next level and get you to follow your dreams. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Elisa.
Love it.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, if you enjoy listening to this podcast, then you have to come to check out our Facebook group, Workshop Secrets for Coaches. It's a community of over 9,500 coaches that are ready to boom their business by running workshops. They are stuck in one-on-one coaching and they're ready to start to go one-to-many. So if you are one of those coaches, then you have to join us. I look forward to see you there. And hey, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and leave me a review to win a ticket to one of my workshops. I look forward to see you there.